our country's old historic buildings are increasingly at risk of neglect, especially in the current climate of austerity and cost-cutting.
Good afternoon, I'm Ken Booth from the British Democratic Party. Behind me is a sad reflection of not just the west end of Newcastle-Upon-Tyne, but the general decay that's happening all over Britain.
This is St Nicholas Cemetery Lodge, and amongst other things it was used to convey the dead from the nearby sanatorium to lie in state before being interred.
So from the nice main entrance they would bring the deceased from the sanatorium through into the main area here, which ironically has got two chapels. One's a normal chapel and the other one's a dissenters chapel. So either side of us, the Christian and the dissenters service, then they would be taken down through the avenue to be buried. About 10 years ago the graveyard had no caretaker. It was moved out, it was subject to a lot of vandalism, the buildings have fell into disrepair, there's been no council money spent on the upkeep of the buildings. They do actually cut the grass, once or twice a year, and that's about the limit. And give it another 2 or 3 years and it's only fit for the bulldozers. The only people that have looked at this building and are willing to spend in, unfortunately, are the Muslim community. They put a planning application in to convert it into a Muslim nursery and primary school for the local people, in the immediate area. Fortunately, if that plan goes ahead, they're not going to alter the structure dramatically. They're going to put mezzanine floors in either chapel, open the windows up again, although it'll never be back to its stained glass glory of former years. And on the front here, they're going to build a lean-to corridor linking the two chapels together, so the children and the staff can walk around, in a covered-in area.
The Council's planning regulations stipulate that any proposed redevelopment should respect the historic significance of the lodge, and the applicants apparently have satisfied this, as well as all other conditions. These are the existing and the proposed elevations, and it's not clear how the window arrangements in the twin chapels can be retained when inserting the extra floors.
The cemetery also contains, nearly 100 war graves. It has seen signs of vandalisation, no different than any of the other cemeteries in the area. It's just, lack of resources, no caretaker. It's going to wreck and ruin. Obviously what's happening, with this church and our own, government, local council, not willing to spend, money on things it should be. Well, recent influx of immigrants since 1948, the dilemma is they'll actually, make use of it, repair the building, make a small extension, but at least, the gargoyles and the features will still be there, for our heritage. But the worst scenario case is they'll take over Britain exactly the same way as they've taken over this small chapel to put into good use, because our governments since 1948 have forgot the British people. They've too much positive discrimination towards the foreigners, and I think that's good enough reason for people to get on board and join a party that is going to make a difference.
An archaeologist's report is due very soon before any development work can begin. The cemetery itself is presided over by the Commonwealth War Graves Commission. Under redevelopment, it will be separated and fenced off from the lodge. It seems likely the developers might show an interest in buying up this land also. In fact, this might well be their long-term plan. Whatever happens, we will cover this possibility in a further instalment in a few months' time.